Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Hello students, hope you people are doing very great. So welcome to today's lecture on financing and funding. As you all know, we are discussing the most important topic of entrepreneurship, which is very much important in today's digital era. In fact, we need to focus on the many factors related to finance, related to funds, related to the idea creation. So as you know, every business idea needs money to survive and grow. So even the best idea cannot succeed without the proper financial support. Entrepreneur must understand the different sources of financing and funding, and they have to choose wisely because financial decisions affect both businesses, success, and the personal relationships. So in this lecture, we will learn about the sources of personal financing, the importance of getting financing and funding, and why new ventures need funding, sources of equity, sources of debt financing, and at the end, creative sources of financing like crowdfunding, leasing, grants, etc. So let's start with the first and the main topic, which is the sources of finance. So firstly, we will discuss the source of personal financing. Personal financing is basically usually the first source of money for an entrepreneur. It includes the entrepreneur's own resources, own support from the close people. Firstly, we have the personal funds. So personal funds involve both financial resources and the sweet equity. Financial resources means savings, the salaries, or the assets, while the sweet resources means equity represents the time, the effort, and the hard work which a founder puts into the business instead of money, right? So for example, a student is starting an online clothing business using her savings to buy the clothes and her own time to manage the orders and marketing. So our effort is called the sweet equity basically. So next we have the option of friends and family. So friends and family often provide the financial help in the form of loans, in the form of investment, in the form of gifts, the free rents, or delayed salaries. So however, entrepreneurs must be careful because if the businesses fails and the money cannot be returned, it may damage the personal relationships. So it's not a good idea to borrow the money from someone if losing that money would create the financial problems for them. So for example, if a person borrows the money from the relatives to open a shop but cannot repay it, so this may create the tension in the family, in the friends as well. So next we have the option of bootstrapping. Bootstrapping means starting and running a business using the limited resources and then creative methods instead of the large loans. For example, bootstrapping, if we give the example of bootstrapping, so it includes the working from home instead of renting an office, using a personal laptop instead of buying the new equipments, and doing the marketing on social media for free. Right? So bootstrapping basically helps an entrepreneur to reduce the cost in the early stage, right? So next we will discuss the importance of getting finance and funding. What is the major importance of getting financing and the funding? Financing is very essential for the survival and the success of any new business. Without the finance, as you all know, businesses cannot operate, businesses cannot grow even. Financing is important because it helps the businesses to start the operations, buy the equipments, hire the employees, pay the expenses, and in fact for the sake of expanding the business activities as well, and in order to survive during the difficult financial periods. For example, a restaurant needs money to buy the kitchen equipments, pay the rent, purchase the raw materials, and pay the salaries even. So without the financing, the restaurant cannot start. So the next question is why the most new ventures needs the funding or the financing. So the answer for this particular important question is most new businesses needs funds in the early stage for the three basic reasons. First reason is cash flow challenges, capital investments, and then in order to meet the lengthy product development cycle. So the first challenge is cash flow challenge. And what is this challenge? New businesses often spend money before they start earning profit. This creates a cash flow problem. For example, a new shop must pay rent, electricity bills, and the salaries even before customers begin purchasing the products. So capital investment businesses needs money to buy the long-term assets like machines, like furnitures, like vehicles and the computers. So these kind of investments require the large amount of money at the beginning. So the next reason is why most ventures need financing or the funding. This is the lengthy product development cycle. They have to cater this cycle. Some products take a long time to develop before they can be sold. So during this period, the businesses must continue paying the expenses without earning the revenue. For example, a company is developing a new mobile application and it may need to several months before the product is ready for the market. So in this way, the product development cycle will be the challenge for the sake of getting finance. So the next we have the sources of equity financing. How can we get the equity funding? So equity funding means raising money by giving the ownership share to the investor. Investor becomes the partial owner of the business. So what will be the primary advantage of this? The primary advantage of the particular equity funding will be access to capital and the business expertise even. The main disadvantage is that the owners must give up part of their ownership and they may lose some control over the business decisions. First, we have the inequity funding, we have the business angels. Business angels are basically the individuals who will invest their personal capital directly in the startup. They usually invest in the early stage of the businesses and they often provide the guidance and then advice over the time. For example, we have the successful entrepreneur. If a successful entrepreneur invests the money in a student startup businesses and it helps the students to manage the operations. So this will be the business angel. Next we have the venture capital. We have the venture capital, and venture capital is like money invested by the venture capital firms in the startups and the small level businesses with the high growth potential. So these firms basically invest the large amount of money and they expect highest return. So what will be the key difference between the angel investors and the venture capitalists? So there is a major difference. Key difference will be the angel investor and the venture capital firm is that angel investor will usually invest earlier in a smaller amounts, while the venture capital firms, they will invest later and they provide the larger funding. For example, if we have the technology startup, so technology startup will receive the venture capital funding to expand its operations internationally, right? So next we have the initial public offerings. So initial public offerings, IPOs, are basically the first time when a company first time sells its shares to the public. This will be the initial public offering. After an IPO, the company will become publicly owned and its shares are traded on stock market. For example, if a large company sells shares to the public to raise funds for expansion, so this will be the IPOs, right? So next we have the sources of debt financing. Debt financing basically involves borrowing money that must be repaid with interest. We have the two common type of loans which can be used by the businesses. First, we have the single purpose loan, and the single purpose loan is basically a specific amount of money which can be borrowed for a particular purpose and repaid over a fixed period of time with specific interest, right? So for example, if a business borrows money from a bank to purchase the machinery, so this will be the in this way we can handle this, right? So line of credit. Next we have the line of credit. Line of credit is basically a borrowing limit established by a specific bank. businesses can use the credit when needed, and then they pay interest only on the amount when used, right? So for example, if a shop owner receives the credit limit of like 500,000 rupees and then uses it when necessary, so the major advantage of debt financing is that the entrepreneur keeps the full ownership of the business, and the major disadvantage is that the responsibility to repay the loan with specific interest, right? So the commercial banks are basically the common source of loans, but they are usually careful when the lending to a new businesses because the startups are considered risky. So when we talk about the creative sources of financing and the funding, so because financing is often difficult to obtain, especially for the startups, so entrepreneurs will use creative ways so that they can raise the money. And the first creative source is crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is basically the practice of raising money from a large number of people, typically through the internet, right? So we have the two main types of crowdfunding, the reward-based crowdfunding, and the reward-based crowdfunding will allows an entrepreneur to raise the money in exchange for rewards, like for example, early access to a product. And the next we have the equity based crowdfunding. After the reward based crowdfunding, we have the equity based crowdfunding. Equity based crowdfunding will allow the investors to provide the funds in exchange for the ownership shares in the businesses. For example, if a startup collects the small amount of money from many people online to launch a new product, so next we have the leasing. Leasing is a written agreement in which a business uses, equipments or a property for a specific period of time in exchange for the regular payments. And what will be the, major advantage of leasing? The major advantage of leasing will be that it will allow the businesses to use that asset with little initial investments. And the major disadvantage is that the businesses does not own the asset at the end of the lease period. For example, new businesses leases computers instead of purchasing them. So this will be the biggest disadvantage. So next we have the grants. Grants are basically the funds provided by the government or the institutions to support the business activities. These funds do not need to be repaid and they do not require to give ownership to the investor. For example, a technology startup receives the government funding to develop a new product, right? So if we conclude the today's lecture of financing and funding, so in order to conclude, I would say financing and funding are both the essential or the preliminarily survival factors, and they are important in the growth of the businesses. Entrepreneurs must carefully evaluate the different sources of financing, and then they have to understand the advantages, and then they have to understand the risk, and then they have to select the most suitable option for their business needs. So a successful entrepreneur will plan the finances wisely, they will manage the resources efficiently, and then they will choose the funding or the financing options. Thank you.